Welcome to Marlins Way, where we find Lone Depot Park. Major League Baseball on tap. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers taking on the Miami Marlins. We get a chance to watch one of the hottest bats in the game. He's been huge for his team, Singy. First pitch coming at you right after the break. Just about ready to go. And getting the start for Miami, Max Meyer. And Chris, he's a guy that gets better when things get tough.
Yeah, his batting average against is actually better when he's in a jam. So we'll see if he continues to dance his way out of danger.
And at the plate for the Dodgers, Shohei Ohtani. Chris, he's a former Hank Aaron Award winner, which means he was named the best overall offensive performer in his league.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
Hey! That missed by a lot. 3-1.
If you're going to miss, you want to miss outside the zone. When you miss inside the zone, it's trouble.
Line drive, and this might be trouble. Now he'll turn for second. And he's there with a leadoff double.
Well, when you fall behind in the count, you've got to come into the zone, and then guys have a better chance of hitting the ball hard like he did right there.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. And now the veteran third baseman, Jackie Robinson. That's in there, 0-1. Just missed. Swing and a ball popped in the air. And that'll fall for a base hit. Here's Ohtani flying around third. He'll score. It's an RBI single, and it's 1-0. Next is the designated hitter, Babe Ruth. Third in the NL in RBIs this year. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Strike in there. Throw safe. Chris, his wheels were the difference maker on that play. Just got in there.
Yeah, with StatCast's help, we see his top speed on this stolen base, and that's a big number. I mean, man, he really made his athleticism work for him on that one.
Breaking ball inside. 1-1. Just missed.
Nasty backdoor slider. There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it. So it's a good take by him.
Robinson at second with nobody out. And a base hit right there. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score easily. And it's an RBI single, and they take a 2-run lead.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch he could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
Here is Aaron Judge. Homered last night, added another hit as well. Swings and misses. Strike one. Judge getting the start in left. Batting in the cleanup spot. And he's one of the few two-time MVPs in the league. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike.
And that's a great take right there. Even though it's a strike, with the situation, runner on first base, you want to keep the ball off the ground. And you swing at that pitch, most likely you roll into a double play.
0-2 now. And that's down and away.
1 ball, 2 strikes the count.
Fights that one away. Still 1-2. In the dirt, blocked. Tag, safe at second. And good hustle to move up. That's a wild pitch.
Definitely trying to work down and get that double play ball, but it got away enough to erase any chance of that. Good job of moving up into scoring position. Now a hit could make that wild pitch really sting.
Nobody out with a pair of runs across in the frame here in game 1 of this 3-game set. That misses, and it's 3-2. Got him. 1 out.
Well, getting a good look at the pitcher here in the first inning isn't a bad thing. I know he struck out, but you can live with that as long as the other hitters in this lineup can learn something from it.
And here comes Tommy Edman.
He's been tearing it up at the plate recently. 10 hits in his last 5 games.
Man at second. Hit hard, but foul off to the left.
Well, they gave up on that pitch early, and it ended up staying in the zone. I'm sure he's kicking himself and would like that pitch again.
Comebacker to the mound. And they get Edman for the out. Time to check out the Dodgers lineup. And a big factor for them in recent games, Babe Ruth.
This guy's been a very consistent performer at the plate this year. Top 5 in batting average in the National League. And I tell you what, you got to be good, but you also have to be a little bit lucky. And he's been both, spraying balls all over the yard.
Swinging a ground ball up the middle. Lopez throws to first in time. They limit the damage here. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. On to the bottom of the first. And we're back. Today's starting pitcher, Yusei Kikuchi. And Singy, we were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough spots.
I've just been so impressed with when it seems like there's more pressure, he's more calm and settles in. He's done an incredible job with runners in scoring position. Most guys, they get a little tight, they start to aim the baseball, but for some reason, he gets looser, the ball comes out of his hand with more life, and he's able to wiggle off the hook of tough situations and get his team back in the dugout.
That's a base hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
Batting second, the second baseman,
Otto Lopez, the next up for the Marlins. One of the stars in the win yesterday as he had 3 hits. Steps off and looks to first. In there at the knees, and that is strike 1. Nobody out, runner at first. Now he steps off, nothing doing. Only 1 more disengagement left after that move. The pitch. Swing and a foul out of play. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Seems that he was committed to swinging at this pitch regardless of where it was before the pitch was even released. He's in an 0-2 count, and you're looking to battle at that point, trying to protect the zone. So you do become a little more swing happy. But on a fastball that doesn't even come close, makes you think there wasn't much of a two-strike adjustment being made there. Swing hard in case you hit it. He didn't hit it.
And now here is Cal Ripken Jr. Now fly ball to right center. Dives and makes the catch.
That diving catch right there is the kind of play that just fires up the team, whether it's to make more great defensive plays or to get back in the dugout and swing the sticks.
Orlando Cepeda, the next up for the Marlins. He's been a great free agent sign.
Let's go, Orlando.
That one inside. Ball one. Swing and a foul. Pushed off to the right, and that will get out of play. Two outs. So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. One left for Miami, and they're down 2-0. Second inning set to go. Here's Mookie Betts now. Singing, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He is the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field. Well, impressed that he went right after him on that first pitch. That's the key. Try to get ahead in the count, then you can play around a little bit more as the bat expands.
Carl Dixon doing the umpiring behind the plate.
And Boog, I'm not sure if it's because he sort of sets up higher than most, but one thing to be aware of with Dixon is the high strike. Not usually a big deal because most players are swinging at pitches up there, but we may see some surprise looks from hitters from time to time because that's just so unusual.
And here's Freddie Freeman. Let's see what the former World Series MVP can do with this at bat, Chris. Back up the middle and a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
One gone, runner at first. Will Smith steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Foul ball there. Here comes the 0-1. Next offering popped in the air, right field. Conine snags it for the second out. Here's Teoscar Hernandez.
The right fielder.
Singing, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. That one finds the zone. That's strike one. So how much does his speed factor into his ability to go get it?
It's heartbreaking for the hitter because off the bat, he thinks this ball's going to get down. Because of that speed and the ability to make up so much ground, he enters the picture and breaks a guy's heart.
That's down. One hops off the wall. Here comes Freddie around third. Now a relay to the plate, and he's out. Touchdown, and that ends the inning.
Always exciting to see a play at the plate. Trying to score with 2 outs, but the tag just gets him in time, and they cut down the run to end the inning.
And welcome back to the ballpark. We head to the bottom of the second. Now the third baseman, Connor Norby. Kikuchi back to work. And that drops in for a strike.
There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial Gold Glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life was the outfield.
Ground ball, Freddie Freeman. He'll do it himself. And a quick out, number 1.
Batting 6. The right
Griffin
field.
Kona digs in now. Conine with some struggles at the plate recently, not uncommon for rookies.
You know, Boog, at the start of my career, I got only 3 hits in my first month, but I kept at it, and I finished the year hitting 300. I know he's going through it a bit right now, but he's capable of figuring it out.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
Now at the plate, Heriberto Hernandez. Fastball for a strike. And there's a rocket into the outfield, and that extends the inning.
Batting 8. The left field.
Dane Myers, the next up for the Marlins.
Seems like he's making contact with everything lately. Working on a 5-game hitting streak.
And that's in there at the knees. Myers with some nice production in his last game. 4 runs batted in. Next pitch is outside.
Love seeing someone drive in a bunch of runs like he did, Boog. Doing that consistently lets your teammates know they can count on you to come through when the team needs it most.
Not close with that one. 2-1. Swing and a pop-up foul at a play off to the right side. That'll find the stands.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
2 outs. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Goes down looking. Marlins lead 1. They trail things here 2-0. Back here at the ballpark, coming off a series where they were red hot at the plate, and a look at the numbers. Foul ball. Got one close, ruled a ball, and that's ball 1. Line drive, Lopez to first. Leadoff hitter gone in the 3rd.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Babe Ruth.
Babe Ruth steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Singled and drove in a run his first time through. Fastball for a strike, and it's 0-1. Base knock center field. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Now batting, left fielder Aaron Judge.
It's Aaron Judge now. He's 0 for 1. fly ball pretty well struck out towards right center. That's back. And it's off the wall. Headed for the plate. He'll score.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. First pitch fastball in a great spot to do some damage, and he squared it up nicely.
One out, runner at second. Tommy Edman, the next to hit. Grounded out his first time up. Pitch misses, and that is ball one. One out and a runner at second. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Tap foul at the plate. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
On its way to the corner, and that will drop foul. Man at second. Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
Well, I'm not sure what he was waiting on right there. He got the changeup and still late on it. You rarely see that. It almost makes you think that he was trying to set the pitcher up. I mean, if you can't catch up to the off-speed stuff, there's no way you're going to touch a fastball.
And next for L.A., Hae-Sung Kim. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. In the dirt. Judge at second with 2 down. The changeup missing. Now 2-0.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
Right through there for a strike. And that one is in for a strike. Good pitch.
Wow, just a beautiful backdoor slider right there. If you've got any chance of hitting that pitch, you have to wait until the absolutely last millisecond. Just a tough pitch to hit, and not an easy one to throw either.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Hit hard on the ground is short. Cal gets it over to first. That ends the inning and stops things. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. First pitch misses.
Ball 1, no strike.
And that one pulled foul. The 1-1 is fouled off. Stays alive.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
That's a hit. And a good start to the inning. So the batting order turns over. And now for the Marlins, Xavier Edwards. 1 for 1. He led off the bottom of the first with a single. And now he steps off the rubber. And he swings and misses at the initial offering. Ball one there.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Swings through that one for strike two.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Line to left. Judge hauls it in, and there's one away.
The batter, number 6, second baseman,
Otto Lopez, the next up for the Marlins.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
Swing and a miss, strike one.
It's amazing to look up and see 88 miles per hour on that changeup. Back in the day, that was a pretty good fastball, but with high velocities these days, that speed differential is right where it needs to be.
And that one is downstairs. And the count is 1-2. Man at first, one away. In the air on the infield. Smith moving under it. And he makes the catch. And there's 2 down.
now batting, shortstop,
Cal Ripken Jr., the next up for the Marlins. Year in and year out, this guy an MVP candidate. Pitch misses inside, and that's ball one. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. The 1-1 is fouled off. Left field, and that is that. Back here at Lone Depot Park, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the fourth, Mookie Betts. And that is in for a strike. It's 0-1. Nowadays, with advanced metrics and increased use of moving the infielders around, defense isn't necessarily about making errors. Are you able to get to the ball? Are you able to position fielders where guys hit the ball, but within the new shift rules? The 0-2. Inside, just missed.
And an area that goes unnoticed is the coach that's responsible for positioning, and then the research person that's providing the information. So what we're seeing in baseball, so many more people behind the scenes that are contributing to the success between the lines.
That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. Back when you played, it wasn't the empirical data we have now. It was a guy with a ruler and a diamond taking a colored pencil and drawing a line where he thought someone had hit the ball, right?
That, or just going off of gut or feel. What does it look like his swing is today? What's the pitcher throwing? They are sticking to the metrics and what seems to be most consistent for that hitter, regardless of who the pitcher is on the mound.
Here's Freddie Freeman now. 1 for 1 with a single so far.
When he steps into the batter's box, the comfort level looks so high. It doesn't matter what kind of delivery that pitcher has, what kind of velocity, what kind of secondary stuff. He is so settled in there. He owns the home plate area.
The 0-1. Ripped on the ground to second in plenty of time to first. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 4th.
The batter, the catcher, Will Smith.
And up to the plate is Will Smith. Flied to right his first time. That one misses, and it's 1-0.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees, and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
That one inside. 2 balls and a strike. Miami's bullpen with some action. Calvin Fauché, the young right-hander, up and throwing. Nardi getting cranked up as well. Two down, nobody on. Chases the fastball up the ladder, struck him out. Dodgers go down quietly, but they lead it 3-0. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well. That's to third, and it gets by him.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there.
The third baseman,
So a man at first. Connor Norton, the next up for the Marlins. He's 0 for 1. Swing and a line drive, and that one's a base hit out into left center field. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
the right fielder,
So digging in, Griffin Conant. Ground ball left side, could be 2. Glove flip for 1, and they get him easily at first. It's a double play.
Very smooth on the feed to second right there. You gotta love that glove toss, Boog. You know, sometimes people think these guys are being a little flashy, but it actually can make more sense to do that than try to make a full transfer. And you gotta remember, these guys work on that play all the time, so it's in their back pocket whenever they need it.
Digging in, Heriberto Hernandez.
Counts 1-0.
Next offering is fouled back. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Makes the grab, and that is the third out of the inning. One left for Miami. We're back, and there's a new arm on the mound to start the 5th. Calvin Fauché.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
So the lineup flips over. Teoscar Hernandez steps to the plate for the Dodgers. There's the strike.
0-1's the count.
Right through there for a strike.
No balls, 2 strikes.
The other way, and a base hit, and the leadoff man aboard.
Up next for the Dodgers, the third baseman.
And up next for Los Angeles, Jackie Robinson. Singled and scored back in the first. He's 1 for 2. That pitch in for a strike. 0-1.
0-1.
Runner at first with no outs here. And that one is popped in the air, shallow center. That's a hit. And now runners at the corners, nobody out.
Oh, hey.
Didn't exactly square that one up, but sometimes you don't have to. He kind of muscled that one out there. Didn't get the barrel with it, but the important part was that he found a way to stay through the baseball and just drop it into center field.
So runners at the corners, nobody out. Next is the Dodger DH, Babe Ruth. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. In the air, right field. Conine under it. Drops into the glove. Runner tagging from third. He's in on the sac fly, and they lead by 4.
Well, he's always capable of losing one over the fence. He might have just missed it right there, but a good job to drive in that run from third.
Aaron Judge at the plate.
Aaron Judge.
Oh, he hit him.
Timeout.
And that got him pretty flush.
Our biggest concern, other than injury after a moment like that, is just how the pitcher will respond. You know, sometimes a guy will lose confidence in a pitch when he's hit somebody.
Edman batting with one down, takes a strike.
Well, in this situation with runners on, you've got to get ahead in the count so that you can dictate the rest of the at-bat. Nice job right there.
2 on, 1 out. Fly ball down the line. Conine sizing this one up. He's got it. Both runners tagging. And he moves up a base. So 2 away with runners at the corners.
Outstanding catch right there, and I love the commitment that he showed. He knew that the wall was close, but was determined to make that catch, and a nice calculation of just how much room he had to try to minimize that contact.
Kim lays off down low as he digs in for the 3rd time. Traffic on the bases with 1 already in, and we're at the top of the 5th. Swing and a ball line to center. Edwards makes the catch, and that is that. 1 run in the inning, but they leave 2. Last half of the 5th coming up. Back here in Miami, we head to the bottom of the 5th. And now Dane Myers. Kikuchi back to work. And ball 1.
You know, these Marlins, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. We've already seen 8 line drives from them, and it's always a good sign when the ball is jumping off your bat. And that's what this offense has been doing so far today.
Makes the catch for the out. And up next for Miami, Nick Fortes. A single his first time. And it's fouled away.
The offense needs to start showing some fight against this starter. He's doing his thing out there. They're going to have to push back at some point and make him work a little bit harder.
1 out, bases empty. That one not close. Going to count 1 and 2.
Rarely will you see a pitcher just waste a pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs to have a purpose so that it can set up a following pitch to help you get that out.
To the right side. Freeman takes it to the bag.
The center fielder, number 9, Xavier.
And here is Xavier Edwards. 1 for 2. He had an RBI base hit back to the 1st. Right through there for a strike. And that's outside, and it's 1 and 1. In the air, right field. Hernandez settles underneath it. He's got it, and that is out number 3.
Now pitching.
New pitcher for the Marlins, Declan Cronin. Here's Mookie Betts. 0 for 2 in this one. There's a strike to Mookie.
Some hitters are just more confident they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
That one almost got him. This to third, but it kicks foul. Turns and fires the bats. Hit on the ground to short. Cal gets it over to first. And that's one out as they get the leadoff hitter in the sixth.
The first baseman, number 5,
Freddie Freeman up to the dish. 1 for 2. And that one missing low. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Jesus Tinoco up and throwing. Nardi, the lefty, warming up as well. And another ball. Base is empty, one away, and we're in the top half of the sixth. Right side. And that one finds its way through.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. Just one of those seeing eye base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock.
Smith stands in now and watches strike one. Freeman at first, one gone. That misses the zone, and the count even 1-1.
No, inside.
That one missed.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
First base.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Right fielder, Teoscar Hernandez.
Back to the top of the lineup. And now Teoscar Hernandez. He's 2 for 2. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Freeman around third. One run across. Now the throw comes in. Runner holds at third.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach, paying off.
So 2 in scoring position with 1 out. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Jackie Robinson. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. Fouled off. He was late. Two on, 1 out. And that's in the dirt. And the count 1-2. And a slider misses down and away. The Dodgers threatening. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Two now. That one missing inside.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
And they're all loaded up.
Take your base.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
Designated hitter.
So bases all loaded up. And now the DH, Babe Ruth.
Ball one, no strike.
Squirts away a little bit. No advance. Good job behind the dish. One out, bases full. On the ground, 2 ball. Tosses to first. There for the out. Runner scores from third.
Up next to the left fielder, Aaron Judge.
And now big number 99, Aaron Judge. That one way outside. Ball 1.
2 walks in the inning already, and he just doesn't seem comfortable out there. Like he can find the right mechanics and then repeat them.
Judge waits. Misses inside.
Ball 2.
And the count is 2-0. On the ground to the left. Tosses across to first. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. They put 2 on the board, 2 hits, no errors, but 2 are left stranded. 2, 3, 4 due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Dodgers 6 and the Marlins nothing. Bottom of the 6th, and at the plate for Miami, Otto Lopez.
Clearly down in this ball game, and you can't look at the deficit and try to get it all back in one swing. It's got to come one at bat at a time, and even shrink it down smaller, pitch to pitch. Make that guy on the mound work to get you out.
And there's a foul ball. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That's back there. And an automatic double as it hops the fence.
That ball exploded off his bat and off the warning track as well as it bounced over the fence. And it sounded really good, too. He just put together a really nice swing and just missed a home run.
Now it's going to be Cal Ripken Jr.
Counts 1-0.
That one misses, and that's ball 1. Strike 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Runner at second, nobody out. Gets him to chase after that one.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count.
Ball 2.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
That pitch just misses the inside corner, and now it's 3-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. In the air out towards right center. Edmonds sprinting for this one. Hauls it in after a long run. And there's one away.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Here's the cleanup hitter for Miami, Orlando Cepeda. Just missed. Next offering is downstairs. Inside corner, and that's called a strike. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming.
Look out. That ball was smoked. Man, I am so relieved that they have this netting down the lines. Just ensures safety for the fans. Last thing as a player, you want to look up and see a fan get hit.
That's a base hit. Lopez around third. The throw is offline. He's in to score. It's 6-1. One down. Connor Norton, the next up for the Marlins. And that misses. Ball one. Kikuchi ready to fire now. That just misses. Ball two. Cepeda stands at first with one out. On a line out towards center. Edman makes the grab, and there are two down. And now the right fielder, Griffin Kona. That one fouled off. One run across in the frame so far here in the bottom of the sixth. That one off the mark. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Definitely a frustrating day for the offense, but when they look at it, this guy's had his best stuff. Been painting the corners, working on the edges and changing speeds. Just a difficult one. You tip your cap.
1-1, check swing, appeal down to third. Nope, he held back. Two outs. Late swing, foul to the left.
Count is 3-2.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score him.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And a 3-2. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
A great back and forth in that at bat. He had to lay off some really close pitches, and somehow Boogie found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
Hernandez at the plate with 2 away, swings through that one. Outside with a breaking ball. 2 aboard, 2 outs. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. Good job at damage control.
Now pitching.
Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Andrew Nardi.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Edman leading things off and takes a strike.
Ball.
That's outside.
Yep, that ball went out.
2-1. And that
3
one
balls,
upstairs.
1 strike.
Next
Aye.
offering is in for a strike.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Good job to fight that one off. Three-two. Swing and a high fly ball right field. Konai sizes this one up. 1 up, 1 down.
Now batting, number 6.
And next for LA, Haesung Kim. 0 for 3 in this one. Swing and a miss.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
Yeah, that's fouled off. One down, base is empty. And right back to the mound. Throws to first in time.
Now batting, shortstop, Mookie Betts.
Here's Mookie now. This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport. The shortstop takes the ball. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. And Freddie Freeman with a chance to make an impact with 2 away. Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit. Back to the mound, he's got it. Gets it to first, and that is the inning. 1 left for LA. They lead it though 6-1. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule.
The left fielder.
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Tony Gonsolin.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
And downstairs, Gonsolin goes 6 feet 3 inches, 30 years old now, and he was a 9th round draft pick back in 2016. Next pitch is downstairs.
2 balls, no strike. Ball, down.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if he'll walk you.
And that one is in for a strike at 95. And now 3-1. And a foul ball. Liner to second and picked on the hop. Throw on to Freeman. And the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th.
The catcher, number 4, Nick Fortes.
Now the catcher up to hit, Nick Fortes. That one finds the zone. Strike 1.
That split is a pretty nasty pitch. Explodes out of the hand. Looks like a fastball, and the bottom just falls out of it.
Next offering, pop foul off to the right out of play. The Dodgers leading by 5 here at the bottom of the 7th. In the dirt, 1-2 to count. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. And they'll do it again. Fights it off. You'll see another. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And now 2 gone.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
Two down, bases empty. Xavier Edwards, the next up for the Marlins. That one the other way. Marlins set down in order. Nothing doing for the Marlins. They trail it 6-1. So the Marlins go with a new arm, Jesus Tinoco.
And compared to a lot of other relievers, strikeouts have not been a big weapon for him this year, so the defense should be active.
The batter now will be Will Smith. And that is downstairs. And that's ball 1. And a foul ball. That one out to right. Konai. And there's 1 down.
Now batting. Right
So up
fielder,
next, Teoscar Hernandez. 3 for 3 with 3 singles. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Signs of activity in the pen for the Marlins. Anthony Bender, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th. Hot shot to third. And Hernandez is out.
Up next for the Dodgers.
2 outs, base is empty.
Jackie.
And up next for Los Angeles, Jackie Robinson. Ground ball right side, and it goes just foul. 2 outs, base is empty. And a swing and a miss.
That front door slider is such a devastating pitch. You don't want to get beat by the inside fastball, so you cheat a little bit, and then by the time it gets there, it's out of the swing plane.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. 2 down, nobody on. And 1-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. Caught and missed. Struck him out. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Nothing doing for the Dodgers here. Bottom of the 8th. And now for the Marlins, Otto Lopez.
Second baseman, Otto Lopez.
Gonsolin back to work. That one's in there. That's strike one. And he hits a ground ball right side on to first. And that's one away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th.
Number 8, shortstop, Cal Ripken.
Cal Ripken Jr. getting ready to hit. 3 flyouts already. He's 0 for 3. That misses. 1-0.
Ball 1, no strikes.
Out towards right center field. Hernandez hauls it in, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, first baseman, Orlando.
2 down, bases empty. Now here's the cleanup hitter for Miami, Orlando Cepeda. And that's through there for a strike. 0-1. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
He normally does damage on that pitch in that location. Just a swing and a miss there. I don't think you want to throw it again, though.
Outside low. Now 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes the count.
Hit pretty well in the air out to center. Edman in position. He's there. He's got it. That is the inning. New pitcher for the Marlins, Anthony Bender.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Fastball right back to the mound. Tosses to first. Now 1 gone in the 9th.
That's what a good sinker's designed to do. Get a guy to roll over a little bit, hit the ball on the ground, kill some worms while you're at it.
Now it's Aaron Judge up to the plate. And first offering is fouled off. One down, base is empty. And that one fouled off. That one just misses. Line drive, caught.
Not fooled at all right there. He was clearly all over it, but sometimes you hit it too hard and right at someone. You're looking for one of those bloop hits to get a knock sometimes.
Tommy Edman at the plate. 0 for 4, a couple of flyouts. He's also grounded out and struck out. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. And he takes a strike. Two down, nobody on. Here at the top of the 9th. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Throws to second, but he's in there easily.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
So runner at second, 2 down. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Hae-Sung Kim. On the ground right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule.
Third baseman,
Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the ninth, Luis Garcia. He's making his fourth appearance of the season. Dalton rushing. He's out in left field getting loose there as he enters the game on defense now. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Right through there for a strike. Next offering is down low.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes.
No, that's a tough one to swallow as a hitter when the first base umpire rings you out from 100-something feet away. But somebody's got to make the call, and that's usually the best angle.
And that was a really close one, but it's hard to argue the call right there, yeah?
Yeah, I think you got it right.
Now it's the right fielder, Griffin Conine. Just off the inside edge. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Rushing, pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
now batting, the designated hitter, Heriberto.
So they're down to their final out. And the batter now, Heriberto Hernandez. 1 for 3. That's too low. And that is ball 1.
Counts 1-0.
Just missed. The Dodgers leading by 5 here in the last half of inning number 9. They're down to their final strike.
2-2 count.
This could end it. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. And misses inside. Downstairs, and that's ball 4.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Swing and a ground ball base hit right field. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away.
He was all over that one. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
And now it's going to be Nick Fortes And Freeman, the Gold Glover, makes the play. Steps on the bag himself. Ball game.
After 4 wins in a row, you start to think a little bit that you're on a roll, and that's the momentum that just takes on a life of its own. Players start hitting up and down the lineup. You never know who's going to come up with the big hit, who's going to come out of the bullpen and get the big outs, but it's a good feeling, and you want to extend it.
6-1 is your final here today. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.